Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm Dr. Ash Hilton, a UK medical school admissions tutor, and what I'm about to show you is one of the videos from my online course for how you can get into your top choice medical school. For any of the PDFs or resources that we talk about, just head to FutureDoc.co, and if you want to see some regular videos, I'll be posting weekly videos on here on my YouTube channel, so make sure you subscribe in the bottom corner. And that said, enjoy! In the previous lesson, we looked at grades and what defined making a good doctor. Here, we will look at more of the personal attributes that selectors want to see when deciding who to offer a place at medical school. Let's take a look at how you can show these qualities in your application. Medical universities prefer to see candidates who have well-rounded lives and so appreciate applicants who participate in extracurricular activities. These usually include 4 elements: paid work, volunteering, sporting interests, and hobbies. Earning an award is one example of something that can impress the board at medical school. Have you achieved any of these things already? Have a think over your past achievements, and I'm sure you will find something that you have done that's already going to impress the medical school boards. See whether there are any charities in your area that encourage youth achievement that you could join. You may also want to consider the advantages of working in a healthcare job leading up to your acceptance to medical university. A job like this shows passion for the healthcare industry and that you can handle the challenges of this tough environment. In the next lesson, I will give you some tips on how exactly to get work experience in a healthcare setting that will help you gain acceptance into medical school. But for now, let's take a pause as I ask you to download the following quiz and test how familiar you are with the UK medical system. Welcome back. Did you take the quiz? How well did you do? If you weren't familiar with a lot of the names, make sure you're familiar with them by the time of application. But don't worry, when I took the test, I did this when I was 17 and I was working in the NHS as a full-time job. And I still only scored 40%. But I made sure that I went away and learned them in time for interview. So make sure by the time you apply, you can communicate your knowledge of exactly how the UK medical system works. Selectors like to see well-rounded individuals who perform well both inside and outside of school. The more interesting or impressive the achievement, the better. In English schools, students are given the opportunity to gain certificates of outdoor activities in an award called the Duke of Edinburgh Award. Or they can start a business under the name of Young Enterprise, which is a program encouraging young entrepreneurs. Look up if in your area if there are any similar charities that will help you make a similar achievement and let you stand out when you come to writing your personal statements. The links for these charities are found in the resource guide below, so look them up and see if there's anything comparable in your area. People like to see a variety of things. The more interesting, the better. This could be charity work, public speaking, part-time jobs, art, music, or joining a drama school. About a quarter of your personal statement should be on your extracurricular activities. Try to make your statement as interesting as possible for the person who's reading it, and always relate the achievements back to why these would make you a great doctor. This can be by how they give you great team working skills, personal skills, life experience, or just lessons learned that will make you a good doctor. Selectors want to know that you are someone that they can be proud to say that they have put through their medical school. The more unusual and impressive the activity, the more likely they are going to call you to interview, purely because they want to ask you about it. Obviously, don't do something outrageous just for the sake of getting attention. Please download the PDF for a list of good examples of interesting extracurricular activities and how they could be related back to making you a good doctor. Has the PDF given you some inspiration about what personal achievements you can accomplish? Think some of these are ridiculous or impossible? Think again. There is a young boy in Colorado, USA, and at age 14, he made a fully functioning robotic arm. And he made it only with Lego, fishing line, and some small motors that he found around the house. At 17, they put him in charge of his own robotics program at NASA. This young man had practically no resources other than an internet connection and some imagination. Imagine if you were the selector reading this personal statement. You would be so amazed by this that you would just have to call them in for interview and ask them more questions about it. You can do this sort of thing too. You just need a bit of imagination and some drive. The possibilities are literally endless. So get creative and start thinking big. Remember that the personal statement is limited to either 4,000 characters or 47 lines, which is about 500 words. This means that you only have about 125 words of your personal statement to talk about your extracurricular activities. So you don't need to overwhelm yourself with lots of achievements. Just pick a few good things and do them really well. You probably have a few things that you're already doing right now, or at least planning to do in the future. You can start and become passionate about a hobby in just a few months. Remember, you can talk about something that you've scheduled for the future and how you hope it will teach you some of the important skills that will make you a great doctor. Medicine and medical school are very community orientated. So try to show that you contribute to your current community by helping organise events in your school or your community. Have you shown any positions of leadership? Were you elected to represent your class in any way? Were you elected head boy or head girl at school? Selectors like to see students who stand out from the crowd and show more drive than their peers. Now that you have a good idea of what selectors want to see on a good medical school application, I'd like to share how gaining experience in a clinical setting is absolutely vital for you to get into medical school. See you in the next lesson. I hope you enjoyed that video and found it really useful with loads of actionable tips that you can use to get into your top choice medical school. I'll be posting weekly videos, so make sure you subscribe in the bottom corner. And if there's anything that you want to see from the video, like resources or PDFs, just head to futuredoc.co and you can find everything there. Thanks a lot and take care.